Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends. We are back again with another reading. Welcome or welcome back. So good to have you here. We are looking at your person's thoughts and feelings of you today. Get a bit of an energy check-in, find out what's going on there. You can, of course, ask about more than one person because we've got 3 piles. So, pile number 1 today, we have the Light Seers Tarot and we have this piece of Angelite crystal. Pile number 2, we have the Unfolding Path Tarot, and we have some Selenite crystal here. Put that down. Pile number 3, we have the Midnight Magic Tarot, and we have some ruby in Fuschite here. Okay. So take a moment, see which pile or piles you're drawn to. Timestamps will be in the description below, as always. I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Light Seers Tarot and the Angelite crystal. Now, this is one of the crystals that I actually use when I'm doing angelic healing, which is something that I do. You might have had a session from me. And it's very interesting that you've picked this one today because I don't normally put this one out on piles of cards. Angelite, if we look at the Crystal Bible, which I have my copy here, it's a stone of awareness for the new age. So it represents peace and brotherhood. So as the name suggests, it does facilitate contact with the angelic realm, which is why I use it for angelic healing, because it helps me to contact the angelic realm and form a really strong connection when I'm doing that healing. So it's very, very powerful crystal, enhances telepathic communication and out-of-body journeys as well, among many other things. And it is a powerful stone for healers. And of course, it does connect to the higher chakras with this lovely blue colour. That's going to be connecting very much with the third eye. I actually feel my third eye activating as I'm saying that. So very interesting crystal. So just from this selection alone, I want to say that there's very much a telepathic communication. There's a telepathic connection between you and your person in the 5D. Now, it could be something that you're aware of and they're not. You might both be aware of it. I feel this person's probably been coming to you in your dreams, probably been showing up, maybe just randomly following you around or telling you things. But it feels like the communication is strong, so maybe their name has just been showing up or you keep hearing things about them and you weren't expecting to. There's this very strong form of telepathic communication, like they want to say something and they want to say it so badly that it's coming through in other ways because they can't bring themselves to say it in the 3D, in the real, what we call the real world. Very, very interesting connection there. Also brings in angelic energies and angelic connections. So you could be somebody that does actually work with angels, or they could. So that's a very, very beautiful energy for us to have here. So lovely place to start. Also with the healing energy of Angelite, you could be a healer, they could be a healer. You know, you might literally work in a medical or holistic field, or you might be some sort of spiritual healer. But regardless, I feel like you're both very healing to each other. I feel like there's this energy that you actually bring healing to each other. There's something about this connection that's healing for both of you, that it's important karmically. It's bringing you both something. I feel need to tidy up my crystals here for some reason. I don't know why. I don't normally put all of these all along in a line, but I felt like I needed to do that today. I've got a new piece of, lovely new piece of Labradorite here, which I put here so you can actually see the lovely sparkle. And our first card, as you can see, is trying to escape from the pack. So we're going to bring this one in. Knight of Wands. Okay, so today we are asking about your person's thoughts and feelings. Now, these may be quite secretive. They may be something that they don't share with you and don't tell you. But let's find out how your person is thinking and feeling about you at the moment. Knight of Wands is a good start. Quite passionate, feeling like they want to approach you, want to tell you something, want to move towards you. There's this sense of desire to move in your direction, whether it's to come in with a full-on declaration of love or whether it's just to sort of sneak into your orbit so that they can be near you. Because there's something about your energy that is so, so irresistible to them that they would love to have you in their life on a permanent basis. Because when you look at the Knight of Wands, what's curious about this card is we've actually got 4 wands here. which to me, in this instance, is evoking the energy of the Four of Wands, which is stability. It's the home. Hello, Bedford. There's my cat. He may want to come in a second. We'll let him in if he wants to. But she's also got this drum, which seems to be on fire as well. Wands, of course, are the energy of fire, which is why all of our wands are lit up like torches here. Not because they're burning down, but because they're burning brightly with that passionate, excited, forward-moving energy. So there's this real desire to, I'm getting the words, to get to know you, to move forwards, to charge. Look at this horse, rearing horse, wants to charge forwards, and not out of fear. It looks like it's enjoying itself. And she is certainly a very joyful character on this card. I love this card. I love this version of the Knight of Wands. It's very beautiful. Also very passionate energy there, so there could be some strong physical desire from your person, could be thinking about you in that way as well, if that resonates for you. So yes, there's a strong desire to make something happen here, I think, to move forwards. That's what they're thinking at the moment. So let's see what else we have. Ace of Wands. Interesting that I said Ace of Wands. This is actually the Ace of Swords, and I know that. I know that without looking at the name, because I know these cards really well. There's the Ace of Wands. Oh, they are so cheeky. Okay, Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. I said Ace of Wands before it appeared, and there it goes. That's hilarious. I love it when that happens. All right. Just it goes to show that my guides are really tuning in with me at the moment, giving me the information before the card even comes out. So that's really good. Okay. So, wow, these aces at the top here. It's like aces are usually about new beginnings, starting new cycles. And it's interesting, as I say that, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords, which is about the end of a cycle. Tens are very much about ending and beginning of new cycles. It's kind of the 0 point where we pause in between cycles and we wait for the next one to begin. So there is certainly the energy of something new needing to happen here, something needing to change between you, and it feels like your person's very aware of that. So the Ten of Swords can be quite an exhausted, defeated energy. So they may feel a bit tired, a bit exhausted, and I really like, there's a meme that you might have seen with the traditional Ten of Swords imagery on it, where someone's lying on the floor with 10 swords stuck in their back, and there's like a caption or something that says, "I'm fine, nobody help me, I've got this." So your person may very well have been suffering in silence, struggling all by themselves with their emotion, with difficult emotions, with difficult situations in their personal life, and just not talking about it. And it feels as though they really want to get a message to you with these crows. It tells me that they want to move forwards in their life, and they want to let you know that they want to come towards you. Because look, this girl's on her way on a journey. She's crossing the bow of a hill here. She's coming up to the top of this hill, and she can see what's on the other side now. And there's something about the land here as well, which is kind of evocative of an element of the human body that I won't go into now because I don't want to get a ban. But that's just, it's like she's standing on someone's root chakra right now. But she's also wearing orange clothes with the colour of the sacral chakra. So it's very much the lower energies of the lower chakra, very much in the here and now. It's very real world stuff. It's understanding what needs to be done in the physical, what needs to happen here in the real world, what needs to be done, how they need to be perceived, how they want to be perceived in the world, understanding that. Getting a handle on who they truly are. I feel like your person's been going through revelations about who they truly are compared to who they thought they were. And you've had such a big part in that journey for them. It's like they thought they knew who they were, but that's not who they are at all. I think they got it very wrong. I think their mind was very much ruling them, especially with the Ace of Swords here. It feels like the mind was their ruler, because we have the Eight of Swords down here as well, and the Eight of Swords is where the mind holds us back. It tells us things that aren't necessarily true, and it causes us to hold ourselves back even when we don't necessarily need to do that, or when it might actually be very bad for us to hold ourselves back. The Ace of Swords is about clarity, so I do feel like they've got clarity of mind on something surrounding you and this situation, this connection. They know that they want to move forwards now. And there is the devil energy down here as well, which can be seen as quite negative. But to be honest, with the devil coming under the Knight of Swords, I want to say that maybe they've been feeling guilty about their attraction to you. It feels to me, especially next to the Eight of Swords, feels to me they've been feeling guilty that they're attracted to you, that particularly if they're physically attracted to you, and particularly if they're already in another connection, or if they've just left someone. Or there's some other reason in their life to make them feel that they shouldn't, quote unquote, shouldn't be with you or be in a connection at all, or be, lusting after you, or whatever it is that's been happening here. Because this isn't just a lust connection. This is a very powerful and transformative connection. Of course, the passion, the physical passion for many people is going to be a part of that, and that is completely normal. But I get the words too. There's a spiritual passion here too. You light this person up. You light up their third eye. And we were talking about the telepathic connection between you, the telepathic communication that happens even if he or she or they are not aware of the fact they're doing it. They are. I kind of want to take this Angelite and put it here on, okay, it doesn't want to sit there, on this person, on the Ace of Wands third eye chakra. My third eye chakra is killing me as I'm saying this. Since the beginning of this reading, I've got pain, serious pain in my third eye chakra between my eyes. And at first I thought it was my glasses, but I don't think it is. I do have new glasses, full disclosure. They're very cute, but they don't usually have this effect on me. So I'm hoping, anyway. But what my guides do is they do communicate with me through physical sensations. So I'm fully expecting this pain to disappear as soon as I've finished telling this particular message. It should just completely disappear. And the High Priestess, yes, it's a very spiritual connection. It's like you are this spiritual high for this person. Either you've introduced them to new concepts of spirituality that perhaps they hadn't even thought of, or you just help them to deepen their own spirituality. Even if their beliefs are different to yours, I feel they value your knowledge, I keep using the word behaviours. They value your behaviours, okay, your spiritual behaviours, whatever it is that you do, the things that, the way your spirituality manifests in your life, the way you live through your spirituality, they absolutely love it, even if they don't understand it, even if it's completely different. They might be a devout Christian and you might be really witchy. You might be really spiritual, you might be a spiritual healer or something, or a spiritualist, and it might really freak them out. But at the same time, they're enchanted, entranced by you. And again, that could be where the devil energy is coming in. Maybe there's some conflict within them. Maybe it's making them question their own spiritual or religious beliefs at the moment, or making them go deeper into their spirituality for sure. So it's a very beautiful connection. And with these aces, it feels very much like they want a fresh start with you, like they're thinking about what that would look like, with the Ace of Swords visualizing with her eyes are closed. Both of these cards, their eyes are closed. And even the Ace, even the Knight of Wands here, her eyes are closed too, look. High Priestess, eyes closed. Eight of Wands, also eyes closed. The only one who has his eyes open is the devil. Okay, he actually can see and knows what he wants. So it feels almost like this is a person who, I would say, has trouble asking for what they want. They may have found themselves in relationships, in connections that weren't really right for them in the past because they didn't know how to ask for what they wanted. Or maybe they were in connections that could have been right, but they didn't know how to speak their truth. They didn't know how to ask for their needs to be met, so they were never met. And perhaps they ended up with partners who were lazy or lackadaisical or selfish or self-centered or heartless, just because they didn't know how to ask for the things that they needed. And that feels like a pattern here. But there's a lot of guilt. This person carries a huge burden of guilt, which suggests they could have some trauma or some things to heal from their childhood perhaps, or from some past life stuff going on there, some karma. But there's a huge burden of guilt with this person, which is unfair, because it feels like there's no reason for them to be carrying this burden of guilt, and yet they have it anyway. They feel guilty about everything. They feel guilty about asking for what they need, for what they want. I would say they feel very guilty about asking to have their needs met. That's something they really struggle with. So maybe they didn't have a very good relationship with their mother or with their primary caregiver if their needs weren't met perhaps in childhood. That's possible here. very, very interesting. And I think they would really like to ask you to meet some of those needs. But there is this reticence here. There is this fear of doing that, this fear of being somehow naughty or bad or wrong. There's something about this that makes them so conflicted that they find it very difficult to step forwards to you. Although the energy at the top here is overwhelming. They really want to. Eight of Wands, and I think they're really thinking about doing something. Eight of Wands is fast action, something that comes in quickly and very fast energy, and sometimes it comes in fast, and if we don't act on it, so if this person actually does approach you and you've been waiting for them for a long time to approach you, if this is something you want, don't hesitate when they reach out, okay? Don't make them wait. Don't punish them. Don't be cruel to them. Say yes if you're interested, because I don't think they'll ask twice. I think they will literally come in, however long it takes them to do that. They're going to come in and ask you, approach you, proposition you, whatever it is. They'll come in fast, but they'll go away fast if you don't respond as well, because this person is terrified of being rejected, of being humiliated. They're all up in their head about this, with all these eyes closed. It's all up in their head, almost like they're afraid to look at you, afraid to look at what's really happening. And on the bottom of the deck, just sealing the deal here, really, with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is all about intrusive thoughts, difficult thoughts, nightmares. They're terrified. They're all up in their head about this, up here with the crows floating around, all up in their head, so anxious, so worried about this. I feel they really want to approach you. That's what's on their mind at the moment. They want to tell you how they feel if they've never told you that before, or they want to ask you out, or ask if you're interested in taking things to the next level. And there is this fear, so it's almost like they want to do it, but they'll do it really fast and then run away. Almost like like a kid running up to you in the playground and go, do you like me? Yes, no. Oh, okay, right, bye. And then running away again. It's almost a very childish energy. But if you say yes and grab hold of their hand, they'll stay. But they're so terrified to ask. It's almost like they're going to ask really quickly and run away again. Almost like a little clamshell. They're just going to clam straight back up again. They'll open a little bit. Do you like me? Maybe no. So be aware. Be very aware of the situation. I want to say, if you've been waiting for a long time, don't punish them when they do approach you. Okay, don't punish them by being cruel or torturing them, because they haven't been taking their time because it amuses them to do so. They've been taking their time because it's been difficult for them. Okay, so let's show them some kindness here. Let's show them some consideration. But I'm just shuffling, and I'm drawn to the card that's on the bottom here. Sometimes I draw from the top, sometimes I draw from the bottom. Depends on what my guides tell me to do. The Hanged Man is the energy that they've been in thus far. They have been thinking about their life, what to do with it, and I think they're coming to some very serious conclusions now, because you have helped them to see the light, to see things differently, to understand the world in a different way. You have shifted their perception on so many levels. It's a beautiful, powerful connection that I'm seeing here. There's a lot of love, a lot of passion here for you, a great desire to move forwards as well, and it feels like they are going to actually do something about that soon, so that's quite nice. That's why my guides wanted me to take that card. I wasn't going to take another one, and the top card of the deck, I've got the Light Seers here, was just really wanted to come out, was just hanging off. So Knight of Pentacles, the slowest knight in the deck, a very, very slow energy. It's kind of slow and steady wins the race, but slow and steady doesn't always win the race. Sometimes the slow knight loses the girl because she's already gone. And of course, the gender doesn't matter here. This isn't about male or female. This is about energy. This person has been taking their sweet time. They really have. But they've been doing it because they want to do things properly. They want to build a foundation. Perhaps they've been building a friendship with you. Perhaps they've been building up their finances so that they are in the correct position. Perhaps they've been trying to get all of their ducks in a row so that they can be with you and do it correctly, come in correctly so that they will not be rejected, or perhaps there's less chance of them being rejected. This feels like somebody, I mean, you could have an earth sign energy going on here, so that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It feels like they want to do things slowly and correctly, but also this means that they've got all their contingencies in place as well. So if you say no, they already know what they're going to do, and depending on how you say no, they already know how they're going to react. It's like they literally want to have all of the answers before they take any steps at all. This is a planner. This person will plan for every eventuality. It's almost like they've already got a 5-year plan laid out for what they're going to do about this situation based on what your answers are. Wow. That can be quite frustrating, not going to lie. That can be quite frustrating. 8 of Wands can also be called the arrows of love, so that's quite an interesting correlation here as well. So it does feel like when they finally get to do it, and it really feels like they want to, that feels like that's what's on their mind at the moment, because we're looking at their thoughts and feelings, their passion, their decisions are becoming so clear to them that they know what they're going to do. I'm going to take one more tarot card here. Page of Swords, there it is, there's the communication. But communication coming in a very intellectual way. So it doesn't feel like it would be a big romantic gesture. It feels like they will be coming in a very intellectual, curious way, perhaps even asking a hypothetical question, which can be a bit annoying again, rather than saying, you know, do you like me? Maybe asking like, oh, what would you do in this situation? Oh, do you, you know, like asking. I've had someone do this to me before. It's pretty funny. Where they come in and go, oh, so what sort of food do you like? Oh, what kind of places do you like to go to? Like being really like thinking they're really clever and subtle. And it's very obvious that they're like gathering information so that they can ask you out. It's quite funny. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. The Page of Swords is the student. They're studying you. But pages are also communication. So it does feel like they are ready to communicate, but they're going to be doing it in subtle ways, in ways that they think are really clever and subtle, which is hilarious because it won't be. I think you'll see right through it. But it's very sweet. It's a very sweet energy that we have here for sure. I'm going to pop this over there because I want to bring out some more cards now. Let's pop away Light Seers and let's bring out the energy oracle cards. Okay, let's pop Light Seers over here. Thank you very much. Oh God, don't drop them. Jesus. Sorry guys. Not usually this clumsy. Right, the energy oracle cards. Okay, I like this person's energy, I have to say I do. I like their energy. It's very sweet, it's very earnest, but it's also quite fearful of being hurt. But there's also a brave heart under here, a very determined heart. So this person's a keeper, okay? And I just saw 22 on the clock as I said that. So this person's a keeper. I think there's a beautiful connection here. It feels like a divine counterpart at some level. So a soulmate, a high-level soulmate, a twin flame, you know, whatever words resonate for you. This is a very special connection. This person isn't in your life for no reason, okay? What have we got for their thoughts and feelings on my pile 1 today? Okay, attachment. Number 5, Daughter Romance 33, Daughter Spirit 32, Yin and Yang on 22, which is interesting because we just had the 22 numerology a second ago connecting to this reading. I'm going to put 3, no, I'm being told I'm going to put 4 along the bottom, okay. 23 all tied up. That's interesting that we've got attachment and all tied up together, because I was going to say it feels like this person has some responsibility or situation that's holding them back for you. So this could literally be a third party situation, a love triangle. They could already be in a relationship, a marriage, a situation that requires their commitment for some reason. You know, they could be a full-time carer of a parent or something like that, some prior commitment that's kept them all tied up, that's held them backwards. Look, she's literally tied up with ropes, and this lady has a chain on her arm. Okay, so it's like literally something was holding them back. And the numerology here is quite interesting too, because we have 23, which is a 5. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So 23, 5. Numerology of 23-5 coming through here quite strongly. So 23 or 5 could be important numbers. They could be your birthdays, for example, birth month. With 5, somebody could be born in May. 23 could be an important number, could be your birthday, could be something in your numerology. You guys know my numerology, which is why I'm always banging on about the numbers. 23-5 is curious numerology there, because this is the Icarus mind, one of my favourite numbers, because 23 is one of mine. And normally, 23 allows us to think higher thoughts. It allows us to fly high in the mind. It allows us to have lofty ideals, to explore higher levels of thinking and morality. And it's a very interesting energy. But of course, if you fly too close to the sun, if you are too arrogant or too full of yourself with that energy, it's not going to go so well. Wow, it does feel like this person is very much an overthinker. They are ruled by the mind, I would say, where some people are ruled by the heart or the intuition. This person's ruled very much by the mind, the conscious mind, which is represented by number 5. So they are all up in their head about this, and it's their thoughts, their mind, which has held them back, which correlates very much with the 8 of Swords that we had a moment ago. So they've held themselves back. Yes, there could literally be a situation here, like a third-party situation, where there is somebody else or some other people, community, some other situation that's literally holding them back from you. But at the same time, they haven't done very much to do anything about that. They haven't done very much to overcome that. They've allowed themselves to be held back, and it feels like they've allowed themselves, I want to say they've allowed themselves to be controlled. There's an energy of slavery here on a soul level, so almost like they have some karma to clear from a lifetime perhaps in slavery or in servitude, or where they were not free for some reason. It feels like this is the karma that they've been clearing in order to actually move forwards with this connection with you. Because you're bringing in 2 doors for them. You're bringing in a door to romance and a door to spirit. So there is, like I was saying, you are this being that inspires them spiritually. You are offering them love and this great gift of spirituality, deepening of spirituality with their own connection with the divine. So wow, that's powerful. That's a lot. And with the yin yang here, bringing in the beautiful balance of the masculine and feminine energies, it's like you're the whole package. You're all that in a bag of chips. You know, you are the person that they really want, but they don't know what to do about it. It's almost like, I'm going to say there's some self-sabotage here as well, because you're a bit too good to be true to them. You look too good to be true. You're not. You are perfect. You are who you genuinely are. But I think when they first met you or first knew you, you looked too good to be true and they were a bit scared. And I think that's made them hold back when they should have stepped forwards, because I feel like they've had opportunities to step forwards and they haven't taken them. And they're probably kicking themselves about that right now. So let's see what else we have here. Oh, we've got 2 want to come out. This is fun. Whenever I pull the garden and the gate, I get another card stuck behind it. And it's almost like we're waiting to go through the gate. What's behind the gate today? It's the world. Now, last time I pulled this card in a reading recently, the same thing happened. There was something behind the gate. And I love that Spirit have done this. So we've got door, gate. So you are opening doors. You are opening new opportunities for this person. In this instance, it's the garden and the gate. So what is behind the gate in this garden today? Well, it's the world. It's everything they've ever wanted and dreamed of. It's infinite possibilities. Infinite possibility. And that's probably why you felt too good to be true to them. 29, 11, 2, great wisdom. Oh, wow. Deepening spirituality, wisdom. You could make a real power couple. Seriously, you 2 could be a real power couple if you're not already together. There's this sense of being able to take each other to higher heights in many different ways. You know, perhaps one of you excels at making money and the other one of you excels in your spirituality, and you just kind of balance each other and lift each other up. It's so beautifully. Real power couple vibes here. That's pretty scary, so understandable. Angel of balance. What did I just say? What did I just say? You balance each other out. This is exactly what I was saying. And the way this angel is looking at this, it looks like a perfume bottle, this vial that she's holding here, it makes me want to say, wow, when I look at this on camera, the blue really comes out. It's funny because I'm looking at outside of the camera, and it looks nice. Then I look at it through the screen and it looks far more blue. So blue of communication coming through, similar to the Angelite energy here. So I want to say that there's a strong energy of this person wanting to communicate. Possible connection to Egypt here as well, with the pyramids in the background. But it's almost like you're a genie in a bottle. You are their genie in the bottle. You can make their dreams come true. Trying very hard not to quote a Christina Aguilera song. There could be a connection to that Christina Aguilera song, Genie Bottle. But it feels like literally all they have to do is rub the lamp, but they're scared. They're scared to let the genie out of the bottle because they know perfectly well once they do that, they can't put it back. They can't put it back. Everyone's going to know. Everyone's going to know how they feel. Everyone's going to know that things are changing in their life, that maybe they've left a marriage, left a partner, left a situation, left something, left a religion, left a country, left, you know, they don't want to be seen to be betraying anyone, to be doing anything that could be perceived as bad or selfish or self-serving, but at the same time, they need to put themselves first, possibly for the first time in their lives, to genuinely really put themselves first, put their heart first, and they want to have that communication with you. And this comes through on number 48. Interesting number, 48, 12, 3. 48 is completion of karmic contract. So whatever they've been going through in their life that's been holding them back from you, it's done. It's over. It's absolutely done. And I've got light language wanting to speak through me at the moment. I've got angelic words wanting to speak through me at the moment. So there's this powerful spiritual communication that wants to happen between you. And it has to happen one way or another, because the longer they hold it in, the more's going to come out in the 5D, the more's going to come out energetically, is going to be facilitated around you, to the point where if they tried to avoid, the universe would throw you together with such force that you couldn't ignore it anymore, and they would be forced to confront it. It really is reaching that point. This is a soul contract that neither of you can run from. I think you probably already know that. You already know there's an important soul contract here, and you're ready, you're open to it, but they're not. Or you might not be, you know, you might also be holding back. And that's understandable too. But I feel you're only holding back because they are. If they gave you the slightest indication you wanted to move forwards, I think you'd be there with them. You would match them, because you are their equal. Perhaps their equal opposite. You are the yin to their yang. You are their beautiful, balanced, perfect counterpart. Okay. Wow. The communication just has to happen. I mean, look at all this turquoise blue down here. Turquoise blue energy. I just want to say the communication has to happen. And it's going to happen. It's going to be facilitated by spirit, because this person really wants to do it, but it feels like they need a shove. I was going to say nudge, and my guide said no, shove. They need a shove. They need someone to get behind them and push them into your direction. And I think that's what's going to happen. But this is what they're thinking about. This is what's on their mind at the moment. In day-to-day life, they pride themselves as being very strong, very logical, very sensible, very measured. But around you, that just goes out the window. And with good reason. Okay. So let's bring in some more messages, their thoughts and feelings for my pile 1 today. Okay, what have we got here? Right. No jumpers today. Let's see. Got, oops, there we go. Just as I said it, we had one jump. There we go. Clock. Needing time, cycles, and takes time to heal, progressing. Yeah, time's running out for you, Pile 1's person. The universe is about to give you a swift kick up the jacksie. Girl with a snake, charmed or used, enable boundaries. Ah, that's why they've got such strong boundaries. Yeah, there's definitely pain from their past. I feel that's holding them back at the moment. Perhaps even a manipulative ex or a manipulative current partner, even, you know, what we would call a karmic relationship, because it's not one that's supposed to last. Possibly one that's past its sell-by date. Maybe they have been used in the past and they don't want that to happen again. They're trying to hold boundaries, but they don't really know how to do that. The butterfly, evolving and growth. The next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past. So yes, they are going through this process. They're leaving that stuff behind. It's just taking them their sweet time to get there. But they are evolving. They are getting ready for this next phase now. Key on a ring. Many options, unconventional, one-night stand, string along. Yeah, you may almost feel like this person's strung you along. You know, even if they haven't said anything, it might feel like they've kind of almost been friendly or flirting with you for so long, giving you hints, dropping hints. It felt like breadcrumbing, maybe, like they've been giving you a little bit, and then nothing. And it might have felt very frustrating because you can see exactly what's happening here and you don't understand why they're not moving forwards. It's very frustrating energy. So yes, or you may have, you may have been intimate and then didn't go any further and you couldn't understand why, because you can feel the connection. Okay, and this is why. Got another snake here. Isn't that interesting? Someone's a real snake in this situation. It could be that they're trying to protect you as well if they have a vindictive ex or family members who would make trouble for you. I think they're trying to protect you because the snake says competition and enemy. The other woman, look over your shoulder. It does feel like they're trying to protect you. And addiction, we have codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, emotional block. So they could have been previously in a codependent relationship, in a codependent situation. They could literally have suffered with some sort of addiction, whether it's an addiction to drama, to substances, whatever it is for them. Yeah, there's been a lot holding them back, and I think they really didn't want you to see that, didn't want you to be involved. So again, another reason why the Knight of Pentacles comes in slowly is because he doesn't want you to see all his crap. All right, he wants to get rid of that. He wants to have a clean slate before he invites you into his home, into his heart, or her heart. Okay. Sword and Rose, clarity and truth, revelations. Here's what's coming. Honor and protection, determination. So I do think they are determined to get there. They are determined to tell you how they feel, to reveal their truth to you with this beautiful rose here. They really do want to tell you. They genuinely intend to do that. Partying, time with friends, having fun. What's fun? Having fun, happily single and living in the moment. So yeah, they could look like they're playing the field at the moment. They could look like they're showing interest in other people just to kind of throw you off the scent, throw other people off the scent. I think they think they're being so clever right now. They're not. Or they could literally be interested in other people and thinking, well, maybe I could have that other person as backup if pile one isn't interested in me. There's this whole nonsense drama playing out in their head at the moment. It's a mess. Okay. All right, let's get some messages now from your person. Things they would say to you if they were able to say anything. What would pile one's person say? Oops. We have... If I know what love is, it is because of you. That's beautiful. Now that could relate to now or the future. Every day you manage to take my breath away. Yes. You are the icing on my cupcake. They really like you. They do. They really admire you. There's a real admiration, I'd say, here. They look up to you. You are the icing on the cake. And you would make their life feel a lot more complete. I know it's not our job to complete somebody else, but you would make their life so much better. Okay. And see what other messages we have from your person. If they could tell you anything, what would they say? Okay. I want to be your man/woman. So they really do want this. I admire you from a distance. That's why I was saying they've maybe got you on a bit of a pedestal at the moment, but they're watching. You know for sure they are watching, however they're doing it. I want you. Don't think we could be much clearer than that. I want you so badly. Okay, we get it, part one's person. We get it. Okay. They're just trying to say they really do want this. I don't feel good enough for you. Yes, again, that could be why it's taking them so much time. And you broke me. So if you were connected, if you had some sort of connection in the past, I think it might have been too much for them, too overwhelming for them. Or maybe this is an ex, this is somebody that you have been with in the past and there was something about the connection that was just too much. Maybe they got hurt or they couldn't deal with their feelings. Take it as it resonates for you. It's going to be different for everybody, of course, because this is a group reading. And then on the bottom of the deck, I want to be alone with you. So I think they would like to be alone to actually say what it is they want to say. Or maybe it is when they are alone with you that they suddenly come alive and start saying all the things they want to say, telling you all the things that they genuinely want to tell you and haven't been able to do so. So, okay, let's get one of these. Oops, that's just flipped open. All right. Criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yes, there is a warning here not to be bitter, not to be resentful towards your person, particularly if they've kept you waiting or if it's been on and off. There is a caution here from Spirit not to fall into resentment and criticism and pettiness, because that will only cause problems. So there is a request here to try and stay in the energy of love and acceptance. Obviously, if the person's messing you around and you don't want to be with them and you don't think that's right anymore, by all means, step away. You know, you do what's right for you, but don't move forwards with resentment in your heart, because that will only ever be counterproductive. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Yes, go with the flow. You'll be surprised where it leads. Okay, I'm going to clear these away. Then we're going to do charms. We're going to get some zodiac signs and some letters for a bit more confirmation that this is your reading. And as if by magic, my desk is clear. We're going to do zodiac signs here to get you a little bit more confirmation. This could be one of your big three, their big three. So that's your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. Or it could be a sign that is relevant to the connection. So we have Aries, Gemini, Cancer, and Pisces, which tried to escape. That could be relevant. All right, let's do letter tiles next, then we'll come to charms. Get our letters. What do we have here for pile 1? So again, this could be your name, their name, names that connect you, words, places, things that are relevant in your life. V-O-G-M. I was going to say Vogue then. E. R. N, oops, that's upside down, Ernie, S, Ernest, R, Remy, P, Peter. Ooh, we have a blank tile, that can be any letter you want it to. T, Pat, Patrick, another N, Pattern, R, okay, Vespa, somebody could drive a Vespa. H, do you drive a Vespa? It's a bike, do you ride a Vespa, I suppose. I, hi. V, ooh, hive, somebody could keep bees, connection to bees maybe, or honey. Another R, and I'm going to get another one here. We have a D. So, David. I'm also getting Philip. Prince. Pierogi for some reason, which is a pastry, isn't it? Comes from Poland. Ross. Rhondda. Now that could be a place. There's the Rhondda Valley, isn't there, in Wales? Vladimir. I'm getting a lot of names come through that I don't necessarily recognise. So I'm getting a lot of like foreign sounding names. Well, to me they're foreign sounding. Okay, Stephanie, Stanley, Rudolph, Red, Rodney. There's a lot of R's here, so the R and R could be a connection here for you between the two of you. You've got 4 R's. Look. I feel like somebody plays cards, maybe competitively, like competitive poker or something. Oops. Trying to tidy them up, making a mess. Okay. Someone might be a sinner or a singer. Laura, Trevor Nelson. Trevor Nelson, isn't he a DJ? Could be a connection there. Sinbad. Sinbad the Sailor. Sandra. Tippy. Piotr. Don't know how that pronunciation came out. That was weird. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I can stop torturing you with my words. And we're going to get some charms. Okay, let's see what we've got here from our pile one. We have Aries coming out again. So there's some strong Aries energy in this pile. Okay, somebody could have a birthday in April or March. We have a whale tail. Someone could have a very big personality connection, possibly to whales or diving, scuba diving, water sports, or literal whales. Now, I always say with this one, is it a bow or a butterfly? I think it's a bow. It's a big floppy pink bow, which is kind of cute. We have an elephant. Possible connections to India. I was kind of feeling some Indian energy coming through here, so shout out to my guys in India. Squirrel on a branch. So possible connection to woodland or nature here. I've seen a lot of dead squirrels this weekend. I don't know what it is. It's like this is the weekend where all the squirrels seem to like off themselves, because I have never seen so many dead squirrels on the road in my life. And goodness me, it's ridiculous. I mean, I live in the New Forest, so yeah, dead squirrels are definitely a thing. The poor little things get run over a lot, but oh my goodness, it's like they've been doing it on purpose. Insane. We have a little cat here, so cats could be a connection. We have an anchor, so connection to boats, to the Navy, the Merchant Navy, or to cruises perhaps. We've got this very cute little pink handbag here. Somebody could have a new handbag. We've also got a hanger, so maybe someone's been shopping for clothes and accessories recently. And then we have a ship's wheel as well, so very strong nautical theme, nautical energy. Maybe you live near a port, maybe you live on the coast, maybe one of you is involved in some sort of shipping or sailing. Very interesting energy here, pile one. I hope that was helpful. I hope this has given you a bit more confirmation. Remember, take what resonates for you, leave what doesn't. That'll be for somebody else. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. I would love to see you in the next one. In the meantime, pile one, please take very, very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello to you, my pile two. You chose the Unfolding Path Tarot and the Selenite crystal. So the Selenite crystal here, first of all, for those of you who don't know, Selenite is water soluble, so you have to be very careful with it. Don't get it wet, it will melt. So it could be a connection to water here, certainly. But it is very much a crystal of the moon energy. So it brings in the goddess energy here as well, brings in mother energy as well with the moon. And this piece is actually spherical, so there could be a connection directly to your moon sign that's very pertinent to this connection. Maybe you have the same moon sign, maybe there's a very interesting aspect between your natal moon, their natal moon, or something going on with the moon in your astrology at the moment. That's possible too. Or maybe one of you is literally an astronomer, maybe you study the moon or moons of different planets. But certainly this is a very high vibrational energy, a very high vibrational stone, connects us to the higher chakras, to the higher realms. It's also, this is one of the crystals that I use when I'm doing my angelic healing sessions. This is literally the actual crystal I use to connect to the angelic realms. And I don't normally use this one for readings, but along with my Angelite, which is another one that I also use for my angelic healing sessions, I was guided to bring this one in today. The third crystal that I have to do that is Celestite, which I did not bring in today. My Celestite is actually here. This is my piece of Celestite, which I also use for angelic healing. But yeah, strong connection to the moon, to the higher chakras. So very, very spiritual energy here. This is a very spiritual, high-level connection. Could be angelically guided. You could be somebody who works with angels, works with beings of higher vibration, 5D energy, 7D energy, 8D for some of you as well coming through here. That's interesting. So we're going to pop this over here next to our Labradorite tower. And let's bring in some cards here, see what's going on. So today we are asking the question about your person, their thoughts and feelings for you. How are they thinking and feeling about my pile twos today? What is going on there? So let's find out. Okay, the one at the bottom wants to come out straight away. Seven of Swords, deception, hiding, what's actually going on, the thief in the night. Okay, all my cards are just jumping out now, falling everywhere. Oh my goodness, I can't have that many, that's silly. Right. So, there is something unsaid here in this connection. I want to say with the Seven of Swords, it's not always a bad thing. It can just be about hiding feelings, hiding how we feel, but it could be that there is literally some deception in this connection. Maybe somebody is hiding information from you. Maybe you are hiding information from the other person. Maybe they've been deceptive, maybe you've been deceptive, maybe one of you is connected and didn't tell the other person, you know, maybe one of you's married in relationship, didn't tell the other person, maybe that's caused some issues here, but certainly there's secrecy, there is hiding of facts and information here, information that needs to come out. So it's not the happiest place to start a reading, but it's not necessarily the worst thing either. Nine of Wands. Ace of Cups, Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, High Priestess, oh, Ace of Swords, and the Devil. That's interesting. We just had the Devil in pile one as well. There could be connections to pile one for some of you, so if that one resonates too, do go out and check out that pile as well. Okay, two aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords here, so that is interesting. We had two aces at the beginning of pile two as well, but slightly different ones. So this is a different vibe, but there could be a correlation for some people. Both piles could resonate. So, oh my goodness, what's going on here then? All right, so this person has been all up in their head. I feel like this is somebody that doesn't always tell the truth, but it's because they're scared to tell the truth. They could be, for some people, it's literally a pathological liar, or somebody who tells white lies because they think it will be better received. And some people do that, don't they? You know, they don't necessarily do it with evil intent or malice intended, but they would rather not tell the truth, so they make things up. So I think for some people that's the energy here. You're dealing with somebody who isn't entirely truthful, and that can make them very difficult to deal with. But I think if they've hidden things from you, I think they thought they were doing the right thing. They were doing it for the right reasons, even if their morals might have been a little bit questionable here. There's definitely a question of morality that comes up with this connection here, which makes it extra challenging. And please know that I am not here to judge in any way, shape or form, okay? I'm just reading the energy that as I see it here. So take what resonates for you, leave the messages that don't make sense. This is definitely a bit more of a challenging energy that we're looking at here. So with the Nine of Wands, it's a very defensive energy. It is kind of defending, holding boundaries. Maybe this person's kept you at arm's length, but I think if they've done that, it's because they were afraid to let you in. Maybe they've told you some fibs to keep you at arm's length. And I think they thought they were doing it for the right reasons. Interesting, we've got the triple goddess, the triple moon goddess come in here with the high priestess energy. So one of you could be a bit witchy, could be practicing priestess, work with higher, lower magics perhaps. Very spiritual energy, but just because someone's very spiritual doesn't mean that they're a good person or that they are truthful necessarily. I'm not saying your person's a bad person, part two, please don't get me wrong here. If they are, you'll know that. You know, that's for you to know for your situation. But certainly there's a lot of temptation to do things in a certain way that might be seen as a little bit manipulative. I want to say here, I feel that there's been manipulation here, and maybe that's something that needs to be sorted out. Maybe there have been lies told or untruths that need to be cut through right now, and it feels like a whole load of truth and revelation is about to come out, because it feels like this person genuinely likes you and cares about you and would like a fresh start, but it feels like they kind of have to drop themselves in it to do that. And they might be afraid to tell you what they've been hiding, and it might be something really quite innocuous or that you don't have a problem with at all, but they're afraid to say it. It does feel like there's fear to say it here, because the Nine of Swords in particular is it's the intrusive mind, intrusive thoughts going around and around in your head, having nightmares, excessive amounts of worry and anxiety, maybe depression, maybe they've struggled with their mental health. Maybe that's why they've held a boundary, because they didn't want you to know how much they've struggled with their mental health, you know, which is completely understandable. But it looks like they're ready for a fresh start. They're ready to pick something new. They're ready to choose a new path now with the Two of Wands. They want to choose a new path, and they want that to be with you because they're excited about this. Look how happy this lady is on the Two of Wands. She's happy. She's excited. She's got the world in her palm of her hand here, and she knows if she takes this wand, she has the world here with her. So it feels like there's a choice to be made. Maybe they've already made it, because this is slightly in the past position here. I tend to read left to right. This tends to be more in the past. This tends to be more in the future, just as a general rule to help you, help guide you through my readings. It feels like it does feel like they've made a decision that they want to move forwards, and they're happy about it, but they're trying to be wise. They're trying to do it in the right way, and they may not really know how to do that, and certainly they could be listening to their intuition. This does feel like quite an intuitive person, which is different to Pile 1's person. This person's actually listening to their intuition, to the subtle energies, trying to read your energy, trying to see when would be the right moment to make this revelation to you, to the person that they desire or would like to deepen the connection with. So Ace of Swords, definitely clarity coming in here, and clarity to do with a new relationship opportunity, because we have the Ace of Cups here as well. And it may come as a little bit of a shock, and I think that they're worried that it might be badly construed, or that you might not be happy to hear from them. Maybe you split up, and you know, this could be an ex, and they're worried that if they contact you, you're not going to take it well at all with the devil energy here. Maybe they're afraid of falling into an old pattern as well, if this is someone you've already been with. Maybe they're having trouble trusting themselves. I'm feeling trust issues coming up, whether it's trust in the self or trust in the other. You know, if they are struggling to trust others, and that's not necessarily anything to do with you at all. This is their issue, of course. So yeah, it's not the easiest of energy, but Knight of Pentacles, interesting. We had Knight of Pentacles in pile 1 as well. So again, it feels like they're trying very hard to do this the right way. They're trying to do this the right way for the right reasons. They want to come in. They want to have something with you. They want to come in with an offer of love, with the Ace of Cups here, with this overflowing offer of love, clarity, truth, and passion as well. But they want to do it with wisdom, and so it feels like they might be asking for advice. They could be asking family members or colleagues, trusted friends for advice here, and that might be where they're seeming a bit secretive at the moment. It feels like they're asking for advice, or they might be looking at YouTube videos for advice. You know, they might be looking up articles online trying to get advice about how do I approach this person, you know, what do women want, what do men want, how do I speak to them about this, how do I reveal my feelings. There is a desire to do that. You know, you may already know how they feel about you, and maybe it's that they want to talk about taking the relationship to the next level. It does feel for a lot of people, though, this would be a complete revelation. It might come as a bit of a shock, a bit of a surprise to you, what it is that they have to say. And I don't think it's going to be anything bad, but I think they've held back a lot. There's a lot that's been hidden from you that perhaps you don't even know about. You might have intuitively picked up on some of it, but some of it I think is going to come as a bit of a shock. Maybe they've got a bit of a checkered past that they're not very proud of, that they're a bit worried about telling you about. You know, maybe they've been involved in criminal activity in the past. You know, maybe they do have a criminal record. Maybe they're currently, they're recently incarcerated, or they're in trouble with the law or something. There's some shame that comes through here. There's a real battlefield mentality. Maybe they have PTSD from being in the military or something. Maybe that's what they've struggled with. But there's a real feeling of needing to defend themselves here. Keep going back to the Nine of Wands. They're very good at defending themselves, and they might do it inappropriately or too much. Okay, they might be a bit too defensive with people that they care about sometimes when it's not necessary or when it's not called for. And that could be an unhelpful trait they have that actually pushes people away in their personal life. So again, that could be something that they struggle with. But with the priestess, high priestess here, I'm getting energy of Pluto here as well. So it'd be interesting to know what's happening in your astrology with Pluto, where your natal Pluto is and their natal Pluto, because we've got the pomegranate here, which to me speaks of Hades and Persephone. So Hades, Pluto, and Persephone, and Demeter as well, the mother goddess, and the summer and the winter times, and the story of the different cycles and the seasons that comes from that part of Greek mythology. So, and there is the temptation as well of the pomegranate, because if you remember the story, Hades actually kidnapped Persephone because he was in love with her, and her mother Demeter was absolutely devastated. And the trick was that she was taken to the underworld, and if she ate anything, she'd have to stay there. And so she had to refuse all food, although she was very hungry. And in the end, she relented and she ate 6 pomegranate seeds. And because of that, they came to the agreement between her mother and Hades that she would spend 6 months of the year in the underworld and 6 months of the year back in our world, in the world of the living. And so because of that, her mother Demeter, she is, we have spring and summer, which is the 6 months when Persephone is with us, and then everything dies and her mother goes into a grieving period in autumn and winter when Persephone is no longer with us, when she goes to the underworld. So there's that story too. There's a connection to the seasons, to the summer, and of course to the winter there, and the cycles of the year. So it feels like that could be a connection for you two here as well. Or maybe, this person does feel that they are like Hades, that nobody would ever love them because they are so dark. And so, in some ways you could call Hades the devil, but he's not, because it's a different pantheon of gods, and it's not the same, But there are some similarities with the kind of devil energy. He is the god of the underworld after all. He rules over the dead, those who have passed over. But he is not unfair. He is not cruel, and necessarily, he metes out the punishment that people deserve. So your person might work in law enforcement, maybe you do. Again, I was getting a connection to the military earlier, so that could be a connection for you. Maybe they have a very difficult job, maybe they're a prison guard. It feels like it's very challenging energy that comes through connected to this. So maybe that's why they hold back, because they have a very challenging role, very challenging job. That means that it's difficult for them to get close to people, and if they do, it can be jeopardized by their position. Okay, so that's a thing for some people here. And that card wants to come out. Knight of Wands. That's fun. We have the Knight of Wands very prominently in pile 1. So again, I'm going to say go and check out part 1 if it resonates. But on the bottom, we've got the Knight of Cups. So there is this declaration of love that wants to come in. There's declaration of passion. They want to rush forwards with passion towards you. They want to tell you how they feel. It does feel we've got 3 knights here. Wow. This person is a suitor of yours, and if you're not aware of that, they're about to make you aware of it, I feel, very soon, possibly within 1 month. I get the month of September coming in, which is, I'm filming this on the 1st of September, but it doesn't matter when you find it. This reading is timeless. Whenever September is next going to be for you, could be a connection here, it could be a birthday. This person definitely wants to make a move, because we've got 3 knights here. A very slow knight, a very fast knight, and then the one that comes in with all the feels. So there could almost be a combination of factors here. Some going slower than others, some going faster, but bringing in all the emotion, bringing in the truth and the clarity and the offer I feel that they want to make to you, whatever that is. It'll be different for everyone. So, wow, that's a lot, part 2. I have to say that this is a lot. This is a powerful reading that we've got going on here. I do like this for you. Not the easiest connection, for sure, but this person's heart is true. They genuinely want to do the right thing. They could be a Pisces. I'm very drawn to the fish on this card with the Knight of Cups here. Very drawn, very earnest energy that I get from them here. They want to do this, and they want to do it right and for the right reasons, but they might not be very good at relationships. I'll warn you now. They might not be very good at this. They might need you to kind of help them a little bit. Then this is what they're thinking of. This is what's on their mind at the moment. This comes through so very, very, very strongly. So let's pop these ones away, and then we'll bring out the Energy Oracle. Have a look there. See what else we can get about their thoughts and feelings for you at the moment, my part 2. So, all right. Okay, we've got cards jumping off the bottom already. the thinking woman, man holding a heart, angel of strength. Yes, it feels like there's a declaration of love or some sort of offer coming in here for you. Wanting to do it in the right way though. Goddess of the moon, 6th chakra, Archangel Metatron. Wow. Oh, I've got 3 here. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. Thinking man. Oh, interesting. You're both intelligent, both intellectual on some level. There's a meeting of minds here between you two. Thinking man and the thinking woman. You've got some real similarities. On some level, you're very similar. Goddess of the moon, 6th chakra, daughter value, rest and rejuvenation, and hostilities. Oh my goodness. Okay. For some people, I'm going to take this literally and say they are on leave at the moment from like the military, or they've been on a tour and they've come back and they've got some time off at the moment. For some people it's literally going to be that connection here, but it looks like, I mean, with the hostilities, I said with the 9 of Wands, didn't I, there's the battlefield mentality comes through here, and it does, and in some ways all parts of their life are a battlefield, whether they're in the military or have been or not. Okay. They've had to fight many battles in their life, whether metaphorically speaking or literally. But it's a meeting of the minds here between you. You might both be air signs or something, because I think you would complement each other extremely well. I think you do complement each other extremely well. I think you're both thinking about each other as well here, regardless of who's male or female or what, you know. Could definitely be a same-sex connection. You know, I read for everyone. So, but you're thinking about each other. I want to say you are thinking about each other. It's a meeting of minds. Yes, you both know intellectually that this would be a great connection, and I think you both know that. But it does feel like this person's kind of taking a bit of a break at the moment because they're anticipating issues, problems coming up in their future, and that could be one of the things they've been hiding from you. But the love here is very sincere, and I think they're prepared to put the work in this connection if you are. I want to say with the Angel of Strength, if you're willing to do the work, they are too. Okay, and this would be a big shift, a big change for both of you. But they're willing to do their part if you are as well, to make this work, because it would require work. It is a connection that would not be straightforward or easy. It would require work, but they are willing to do it if you are. And that's beautiful, because that shows such great dedication. Okay, that's a very beautiful message. I don't want to put you off by saying not the easiest connection, because many connections aren't easy and they're very much worth it. Okay, but we have to choose what we want to do. So Goddess of the Moon, I love that. We've got Selenite here. I'm going to put that there because that actually looks like my orb of Selenite here. Beautiful moon energy coming in here again. So connection to Selena, Goddess of the Moon. Athena, Artemis. Ooh, lots of goddess energy coming in here. Very, very beautiful. Very innocent, but very able to protect themselves, I want to say. I think they know that you are not somebody that will take things lying down, that you are very capable and able to stand up for yourself, and they know that. And they will take you very seriously. Okay, they're really not looking to take you for a ride here. All right, they're really not looking to do that. That's not what they want at all. Daughter value, I think they know very much, and I think you know that this could be a very successful connection together, could be very financially successful. It could be that you're both business people or want to run businesses. You work very well together. This could literally be a work connection. This could be somebody you know from the office, from work. And again, telepathic connection here with the 6th chakra, with Archangel Metatron coming through. Connection to sacred geometry. This person could be an architect, an artist. They could work with sacred geometry. It could be something they're interested in. They could be a Freemason. They could be something like that. Perhaps interested in higher magics, lower magics. I think we had that already. Interesting. But right now it feels like they need a rest. Either because they're about to go through something difficult and they know they've got maybe a court case or something coming up, or because they've been through it, they've been through the mill, or maybe both. they've got so much going on, so much difficulty here. They've got a lot on their plate, but they also see your value and they don't want to miss out on that. They don't want to pass that opportunity up. So they're going to try and do many things at once. And I think they will need you to be patient with them. They will need you to wait for them if possible. There may be a waiting period here for this person. They may have to move house, move country, move town. You know, if they are in the military, they might have to move around a lot. You know, there could be cultural or religious factors keeping you apart, maybe from different cultures, different religions. It's definitely not straightforward, but this is a powerful connection, so it feels like it could be worth it regardless. So I think they would like you to keep your mind open with the thinking man and the thinking woman. They are hoping that they will be, there might be an element of them having to convince you. They might need to sort of talk you round and talk you into it. They could be quite a good talker. They could be somebody who's very convincing. In the past, they might have actually been dishonest. They might have been a bit of a con man, con woman, you know. They might have told a lot of lies in the past or been very deceptive, and they may have had a reason for that. You know, it might have been to keep themselves safe or as part of their job. Wow. There's a lot here, part 2. There's a lot here. It's a big reading. But kind of the bottom line for me here is they're thinking about you. They would like to move things forwards. They'd like to come in with an offer to take things to the next level or to start something, but they know it's not going to be easy, so they kind of feel like they're going to have to talk you into it or convince you, which is possible. Maybe they do need to convince you. But it feels like it would be worth it if you're willing to give them the time and the energy that this connection needs. It's a very powerful connection, but it will need time and energy from you. Okay. May take a number of years for you to actually get to where you want to be with this person as well. But again, it could be worth it. I've just seen 011111 on the clock. So very angelic energy here. Very, very high level, high spiritual energy coming through from your person. The chaser, fear of abandonment, chasing codependencies, not today. Boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. So I was saying about boundaries, someone holding very strong boundaries, maybe being hurt. The chaser, so yeah, this could be the root of the problem here, a fear of abandonment. The snake, competition, enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulder. This is not an easy connection. They may literally still be in another connection, or they may have a very vindictive ex who could cause problems for you. Poker face. This is what I was saying. They might play poker professionally. You know, they might literally be somebody who has to hide their emotions and their feelings for their job. Taking a chance, risks and options, not showing hand, gambling. Maybe they do gamble. Maybe they have a gambling addiction. Maybe that's a problem. Coffin, new beginnings, liberation, reborn and transition, tragic endings. So it feels like they want to put a lot of this stuff to bed. They want to leave the bad stuff from the past in the past, if possible. Evolving and growth, next phase, healing inner child, releasing the past, what I just said with the butterfly. So the butterfly is a symbol of transformation and metamorphosis, but it does take a time to go from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And if you think about it, the caterpillar has to transform into a chrysalis, which is kind of like a coffin. It's almost like a death for the caterpillar before it becomes the beautiful butterfly, before it is transformed. Engagement ring, so higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, completion. And key on a ring, many options, unconventional, one night stand, string along. So it may be very unclear to you what this person's intentions are, but we've got engagement ring and key on a ring. So it feels like they're kind of trying to keep their options a little bit open, but that's actually what they want. They might want to make you think that, oh yeah, I'm not after anything serious at this time. You know, maybe they've made you believe that there was nothing serious between you, but the truth is it is. They may have hidden their feelings for you. You may have had like a physical connection already, maybe a one-night stand or a short-lived relationship, and they hid the depth of their feelings for you, but they are deep. This is a big deal. This is a big one. So grounding, stability and security, performance, growth and endurance. And that's what they want moving forwards. They want to ground this connection. They want to bring something solid and permanent into this situation with you. So very beautiful energy here. That's their intention. That's the thoughts and feelings we're getting here. So let us continue. These ones, yeah, okay. I'm going to shuffle them off camera because some of the pictures are not YouTube friendly. Okay. Oh, okay. Smexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So there's a powerful physical connection between you, whether you've been intimate or not. I think that would be a big part of your relationship potentially. And power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. And yes, you do, pile 2. Okay, if this doesn't feel right, you can walk away, even if there's a powerful connection. If it all seems like it's just too much trouble, you don't trust this person anymore, they've been deceptive, you can walk away. You are allowed to do that. Okay, and for some people that you need to hear that. Some people need to hear you are allowed to do that, even if it seemed great, even if there was this powerful connection or is this powerful connection. I feel the ball's going to be in your court. It's going to be your decision. I think ultimately you're the one that gets to choose. Okay, let's get some messages from your person. What would they say to you if they could say anything at all? I have such a crush on you. That's very cute. I love looking into your eyes. Ah, that is very sweet. Okay, so this could be somebody that you just see here and there. You know, you don't necessarily know very well, but they have it could be a crush situation, literally. But they love looking into your eyes. So there could be some serious eye contact going on here. So let's find out what else your person would say to you right now if they could. Okay. I love you. Oh, okay. So it may not be the like full-on depth of love just yet, but certainly getting there. I want to kiss you. I admire you from a distance. Yeah, I mean, you might be the barista. Okay, and they might be the person who comes in and buys coffee. Who knows? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So for some of you, there is an apology coming in. You complete me. They really see you as perfect. They really do see your connection as very powerful. I want to be your lover. Well, I think we knew that. Okay. I want you. All right. I'm really, really hitting it home here. I'm thinking about you a lot. So it's very much on their mind what's going on here. But I'm feeling sorry for myself wants to come out as well. So they've got some stuff going on that they're working through at the moment. So it might be difficult, or it might have been difficult for them to tell you the whole truth about themselves, about their situation. And that's not necessarily for nefarious reasons. Okay, it might be for some of you, but use your discernment, of course, please. Very, very interesting connection here. Very interesting. So I'm going to clear these cards away, and then we're going to do zodiac signs, charms, and letter tiles to get a bit more confirmation that this is your reading. And as if by magic, my table is clear. Let's do zodiac signs. Okay, this could be one of your big 3, their big 3. So that's the sun sign, moon sign, or ascendant, or other signs in your chart that are important, perhaps some synastry. We have double Aries, we have Gemini, we have Aquarius. I'm going to re-roll one of the Aries. Now you could both be Aries, or you could both be the same sign. Maybe not Aries. I'm going to re-roll one of the Aries. Pisces wants to come out as well. Okay, let's do letters. Let's have a look. Now these could spell out your initials, their name, your name, words that connect you, other people that you know, places that you go. See what jumps out at you. I will also say what my guides are telling me. So, Lacey, Tracy, ACYTS, WF, Flick, Felicity, D.A, Wendy, David, Daffith, Dad, somebody could be a father, X, Xavier, Zena, T.I.L, Tilly, I.E, Zen. A few more. O, Enor, V, Victor, E, another D, R, and O. Ooh. Okay, so let's get 2 more. E. All right. All right. Viola, Violet, Vi. Timmy, Tina. Velma, Scooby-Doo. Okay. Yolanda. Yanis. Ivonique. That's a name I haven't heard for a long time. Okay. Sandra. Lily. Lilith could be a connection, goddess Lilith. The dark moon, of course, because we are very much in moon energy here. Okay. Hecate comes through here as well, although her letters aren't really there. Okay. St. Neots in Cornwall? I'm never sure how to say that. It's such a strange name. I'm very much taken to Cornwall right now. I've got St. Neots. I'm around kind of the Bodmin area, which is a place I like, but I'm just transported there suddenly. And there are like waterfalls and things there. So I want to say Glenda, and that is not the name of the falls. There's like falls that have different names, but Glenda comes through strongly connected to like waterfall, or a weir perhaps. Maybe someone's a diver or likes diving. Dove comes out strongly here as well. That could be a name or the animal. Toto, the band Toto, or maybe the dog from The Wizard of Oz. Could be a connection there. Maybe someone's in dramatic arts or a dancer. Okay, right, let's go to charms. All right, what charms do we have for my power twos? What we got here? Oh, we have our lucky coin. Oh, yes. We have the sign of Cancer that wants to come out in the mix here. We have more letters. We have a letter M and we have a letter O. Someone could be called Mo. Okay, or it could be Om. Someone could be into yoga. All right, or meditation. We have a very cute little pink bow, very pretty, very girly energy. We have a lovely dragon here. We have a camera. Somebody could enjoy taking pictures, be a photographer, or have had a photo shoot recently with the dragon, could have a connection to Wales. Acorns, from tiny acorns, mighty oaks grow. So this could be a beginning of something new. There's two little acorns. Maybe there's some small children involved in this connection. A beautiful tree. So there's the tree that it's going to grow into. So it could be something about potential here. We have a very sweet little cat with very big eyes. We have a peach, a lovely peach. I'll leave that to your imagination. And we have this moon. Of course we have a moon. Excuse me. Crescent moon coming out here, which shouldn't surprise us at all because we are working with moon crystal here. So very strong connections to the moon, to astrology and to astronomy too. So, my pile twos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Please leave me a comment. I do love to read them. Let me know how this resonated for you. Remember, you can check out another pile as well if one of them resonates, or if you want to ask about somebody else. I will see you in the next reading. In the meantime, you take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello, my fabulous pile threes. Okay, let's do this. All right, you chose the Midnight Magic Tarot and the Ruby in Fuschite because you're a little bit extra like me. This is one of my favourite crystals from my personal collection. So we have the green of the Fuschite, the red of the ruby. So we've got the two energies working together here. I always think this looks like little islands in a stream. Okay, so that song could be a connection there, the song Islands in the Stream. But also this is a very high resonating energy, this crystal, because we have the energy of the higher heart chakra with the pink and the heart chakra with the green. So this is a very heart-centered connection here, my pile threes. So This is a very loving connection as well with you and your person. Very beautiful. You may already be together, you may be in a connection, you may be far apart, you may have separated, you may have been together in past lives, but it's so loving and so beautiful. This is very powerful. And when you look at the mushrooms on the back of the Midnight Magic Tarot, it's kind of evocative of the shape of the little pink pieces of ruby in the Fuschite as well. It's very, very similar looking, like they kind of belong together. And that's what I want to say about your connection. It feels very much like you guys belong together. But you probably know that, or you wouldn't be here right now watching this video. You're clever, Pile 3. I know, I sense that. I got some clever Pile 3s here with me today. So let's pop our crystal over here and let's pull some cards, find out what you're here for. And the reason you are here is because you want to know how your person is thinking and feeling about you. We are looking at their thoughts and feelings of you, my Pile 3s today. Let's see what's going on in that noggin of theirs, in that heart of theirs. Okay. Alrighty. I'm feeling like I've got some extroverts or some very unusual fun people watching my Pile 3 right now, because the energy has shifted so much. It's been completely different for each pile today, which is really fun. 4 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. King of Wands. 2 of Wands. The Hanged Man. Ace of Wands, King of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, this is really fun because every single pile today, 1, 2, and 3, I've had 2 aces right at the beginning with the tarot cards. I've had 2 aces for everyone. They've been different for everyone as well, which is really fun. But it just goes to show there is, regardless, a correlation in the energy here. So if you do feel drawn to watch another pile, then please do, of course, do that. 4 of Cups. So, there's some dissatisfaction here in not seeing what's in front of them, for sure. Not seeing what's in front of them, but wanting to move forwards towards it. There's frustration here with the Hanged Man energy and the 4 of Cups. There's frustration. Perhaps they've been held back. Maybe there's a reason they can't come towards you or can't move things forward as they would like to at the moment. Or maybe they're just having to wait. It feels like there's some sort of delay here with the Hanged Man and the 4 of Cups. There's a delay that's making them feel frustrated, and maybe they haven't been behaving too well because of that. Maybe they've been acting in bad grace recently. And maybe they haven't been that nice to you or friendly to you recently because of that. And I want to say it's not your fault if that's the case. I think something's really frustrating them, but it looks also like things are about to get going with the double aces here, the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. It does feel like things are shifting, things are changing in their life. And that could be on a very practical level, to do with work, to do with their passion, the things that light them up, the things that they actually want to do. I've got 2 kings here as well. So we really get going here with the King of Wands to King of Cups. We are specifically asking about you here. You know, this isn't just a general reading about your person. We're asking how they're thinking or feeling about you. This is why we're here. And it feels like circumstances in their life have perhaps kept them away from you. Maybe they didn't feel good enough for you. Maybe this is someone that you've had a relationship with in the past and you split up because they simply didn't feel good enough, didn't feel they had enough to give you, enough to offer you. Maybe they went off with another person, left you feeling very hurt because they didn't feel they were at your level. And it's kind of a backhanded compliment, much as it's not a very nice one. Ace of Pentacles, yes, it feels like, I want to say with Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, it feels like them getting their act together. That's what it feels like, them getting their act together. Wanting to be the person who is empowered, who can come from the heart and their passion. This is a passionate person, maybe an artist, maybe somebody who is a creative, who wants to come from the heart, and that can make them feel seem a little bit disorganized or unreliable at times. For some of you, this is a student as well. You might be a little bit younger, or they might be a mature student. They can definitely feel unreliable and frustrating, for sure. but they want to make some good decisions. They want to be more measured moving forwards. They want to be more methodical moving forwards, and moving forwards in this connection, because they might have been quite chaotic in the past. Okay, so we'll get some more information specifically to do with you, because it feels like it's talking generally about more about them at the moment, but it feels like this is important background information for me to be giving you. So let's see what we've got here. Magician, Ace of Cups. Oh, we got another ace. Yes, it feels like they're trying to take control of their life at the moment so that they can have a new start in love and in romance. Okay, and we're asking about you, so clearly this is where they want to go. They want a new start, they want a fresh start. It's all about new beginnings here. We've got 3 aces and a 1, number 1 card, which is the Magician. It's all about new beginnings. That's what they want, and they want to work towards a new beginning. So it feels like this is somebody who may be coming in ready to do some work. Maybe you need to have couples counselling if it's an established connection. Maybe you need to work on things or work from the ground up to rebuild things if they've upset you in the past. Or maybe it is a fresh start. And they want there to be equality. They want to be an equal give and take here. They want to be enough for you. They want to be able to lead you forwards as well. It's a very beautiful connection. I want to say the energy, I like it very much. This is a heart-centered person. This is a person that leads from the heart. And because of that, they can be a bit chaotic. Like I said, they're not always the most reliable. And I think they would freely admit that. But they want to do things differently with the 7 of Pentacles. They want to learn how to be more grounded. Maybe it feels like you're probably the more grounded person. Maybe you're an earth sign. They're kind of the more chaotic one. I'm getting Pisces, Gemini, some kind of double-headed signs coming through here. They're kind of back and forth on things, whereas you tend to be more steady, more objective, and they can struggle with objectivity. 5 of Cups, yeah, and I think that's led to disappointment for them in the past, when perhaps they didn't realise that they were disappointed because of their own actions. I think they are sometimes their own worst enemy. Got High Priestess coming through here, so very intuitive energy. Page of Cups, yeah. I do think in the past they have very much been their own worst enemy. They've done some very stupid things in their past. Some of them literally have like a checkered past here. Maybe they did magical working, or they were involved in spirituality or religion that didn't work for them. Maybe they even were involved in a cult for some people, I'm getting. Or they had spiritual teachers who weren't helpful, maybe led them astray. Or people in their life who they looked up to, who kind of led them in the wrong direction. Maybe they've been involved with illicit substances. Maybe they've had problems with addictions or trying things they shouldn't have been doing. For some of them, I want to say that they've been for some of you, Pile 3, and you will know this if this is the case for you, they have worked with magics and forces that were beyond their capacity and their abilities, and I think they suffered the consequences of working with those energies. So they could have kind of got a bit out of their depth there, and maybe you were the person that they came to for help with that. Okay, but certainly with the High Priestess, this is a very intuitive person, very artistic, creative person, very genuine, if a little chaotic. Possibly struggles with their mental health a little bit, but they don't want to be left out in the cold. I want to say they want this connection. I think you might have broken up with them. You might have made the decision that you didn't want to be with them, and they want back in. Okay. Page of Cups. It looks like they may be about to make an offer, or maybe they're trying to build a friendship with you again, or for the first time. Looks like they're trying to be strategic here and come in as a friend. Primarily come in as a friend, but that is not their goal. That is not their end goal here, Pile 3. They're pretending to be a friend, but I think they want a lot more than that. Very dark, mysterious energy. I mean, there always is with this tarot deck. I chose it because my guides told me to pick this one for Pile 3. They could literally be a connection to mushrooms here. I mean, they could have tried like magic mushrooms or ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is not a mushroom, it's a plant, but you know, things like that could be things that they're drawn to or interested in. Their energy is just so chaotic when I tune into it, like up and down, here, there, everywhere. You know, it's like they can't sit still. They're over here, they're over there, they're trying this, they're trying that. They've got this hobby, that hobby. Like your head would spin if you were going to be around them for any length of time. Like, seriously, dude. You know, male or female, dude, seriously, calm down. Yeah. But again, there's a lot of pain that is hidden behind all of this. And I think you know that, you sense that about them. This is a very, very big-hearted person who has a lot of pain, who's been through some stuff in their life, okay? Maybe put you through some stuff as well, and that's not an excuse, all right? I'm not giving them a pass if they don't deserve one. All right. If they have hurt you in the past, they need to do something about that. And I think they know it. They know that where they've messed up, they know what their mistakes were, and they would like to rectify them. They would like the opportunity to fix them, and they would like to do things properly and slowly this time. If you were looking for this to be a long-term relationship and it wasn't in the past, I think they may be ready for that now. Maybe you've had to wait for them to be ready, and I think it's coming up to that time. They know that they understand the value of building the friendship and the relationship from the ground up, and there is this desire to build something new, regardless of whether you've been together in the past or not. So very interesting energy from this person, but so chaotic. So chaotic. Kind of reminds me of me. It's a very unflattering mirror that I'm looking in right now. So I can't really criticise this person. Not that I would want to. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to pass judgment on people, you know. I'm here to try and help. That's my job. One more. Go on then. The Emperor. That's who they're trying to be. They want to step up and be this divine masculine energy. And regardless of whether they're male or female, the divine masculine energy that is reliable, that is the culmination of all the kings, all that energy is having everything under control, integrating all of their aspects, all of their parts. They could have been doing some shadow work. They could have been working in counselling and psychotherapy to find balance. They may have had to find the right combination of medication or something to, or maybe that's what they use the mushrooms for, because I know that's legal in some countries where you can have medicinal shrooms to help you with certain mental conditions. Maybe they're schizophrenic and they just had to have help to find the right medications to keep them on an even keel. So for some people it's quite literal what we're looking at here, but they want to be that grounded, responsible person that other people can look up to now. That is what they aim to be, and that's what they want to be for you as well here. That's what they want to be. For some people, there is a desire to have children with you here as well, if that's something that resonates or that is appropriate for you. There's a desire to get married, have kids, have the white picket fence, the solid stuff that maybe they didn't have as growing up. Maybe they didn't have that as a child. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you both found each other in a very chaotic and ungrounded place. But it feels like they would like to do things properly now. They'd like to be a bit more sensible with their life, and they're getting ready to do that. So this is where I'm finding them at the moment, Par 3. And it's very commendable. It's very commendable of them. But I feel like there is an uncertainty as to whether you would still be open to that. And it could be that they've pissed you off so much in the past, you might not be. Okay. And so, hey, it's your decision, Par 3. I'm not passing judgment here. It's not for me to say absolutely your decision. It always must be. You should never make decisions based on what some YouTuber told you, okay? It's going to be your decision, I think. I think the ball is going to be put in your court. They may have already tried to ask you. They may have already tried to put the ball in your court and say, can we do this again? And you might have said no. You might have said, I'll have to think about it. Okay, but it seems that's very, very much on their mind at the moment. Okay, so let's move over to the energy oracle. See what else was going on in their energy, their thoughts and feelings. And it feels like there's a lot going on. This is somebody who has all the feels, all right? They have a lot of feelings. They feel their feelings, which is good, because a lot of people don't. They repress them. So, storm warning. Well, there's the feelings right there. There's tornado here, lightning, things being knocked down. They are quite turbulent. Turbulent thoughts and feelings. 43, man holding a coin. See, they're trying to be more responsible despite the turbulence that they may have been through, the turbulence that might exist within their soul. Adjacent possibilities. Yeah. Anxiety. Now, this is what I was saying. I feel like they are worried about this connection. I feel they're worried about you. Maybe they're concerned that you'll say no if they come in with an offer, or that it won't be good enough for you. It feels like maybe you could have been with this person in the past and they messed it up and they want to try again, but they know they have to do things differently, because with adjacent possibilities, it's not repeating the same cycle. It's doing something similar because it's adjacent, it's near, energetically close to what was happening. So it could be getting back together with you, but doing it differently, doing it right this time. There's a lot of worry here with the anxiety card. They're really overthinking this, but they want to be responsible. They want to come in and be everything that you need them to be. All tied up. Daughter value. Happy family, that's what they would like. And yin yang, yes. I think they see you as their perfect person. I think they see you as their soulmate, twin flame, divine counterpart. They see the possibilities with you. And that's why they don't want to walk away from this connection. Whether you've been together in the past and split up, they can't walk away from this because they see the potential here. And it's just too much to walk away from. It's too important to them. 22-4 numerology coming through here. Very interesting. 22, feet of the goddess. Very balanced energy. With this card, it's the yin and yang. So it's the masculine and feminine energies coming into balance, but ruled very much by the feminine because the feminine is the stronger energy. So although the masculine would like to think that they lead, it's facilitated by the feminine. So happy family. I think there might be a marriage offer coming in here for you, pile 3. They may literally be coming in, say, yes, I'm ready to do this now. I wasn't in the past, I was an idiot, but I'm ready to do this now. I want to do this. Or maybe you already have children together and they're ready to be the parent that they should be, to step up to the plate and do the right thing. Daughter value and man holding a coin. It does feel like they're trying to get their act together financially. Maybe they're trying to improve their prospects. I did say somebody might be a student, so maybe they're trying to study to get more money together so that they can be a viable partner, I want to say, for you. In the past, I think they were held back by turbulent emotions. So like I said, they may have struggled with their mental health. They may have struggled with stuff that was going on, just chaotic things in their life. They may have come from a very difficult upbringing. They may have been in care, they may have been fostered or adopted or had dreadful things happen to them as a child or in past lives that they've brought through, which has brought this very turbulent energy with them. So they've struggled. And I think they've tied themselves in knots. And I think they would probably admit that most of their problems in the past were of their own making. Okay, a lot of them were of their own making. They know that. Okay. Obviously, when you're a child, it's not your fault what happens to you. But when you're an adult, you're in charge and it is your responsibility. This feels like someone trying to clean their act up, trying to sort their life out so that they can come forwards to you, pile 3, because it looks like you're their end goal here. You are the outcome that they would like to have, is the happy family, the stable relationship with you. But they're worried that you'll say no, that there's a lot of nervous energy here. They might think that you're already walking away, that you're not interested, that you've already walked away. You may have already walked away from them, but the fact you're here, clearly you're asking the question, how are they thinking and feeling? I don't think you're completely over it necessarily. And of course, it's going to be different for everyone. This is your reading. This is for you to take the messages that resonate for you, not for me to tell you what's right for you. So you may have walked away from something quite important to be with them in the past, and they may have really let you down or disappointed you. Okay, and I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that if that's the case, because that's horrendous. All right. So it could be that there is a lot to reconcile here. There is a lot to consider before you could even think about being with this person again. So of course you must be very discerning. I would always say to anyone listening to my readings, please always be discerning. Do what is right for you and for your heart. I'm very much a champion of the people who come to my readings. I am here for you. Okay. A lot of anxiety from this person. Rest and rejuvenation and community. Okay. So I feel like this could be one of those situations where there are people around you who would be quite opposed to you coming together or coming back together. Maybe your friends would be saying, don't you dare. Don't you get back together with this person. You could have friends or family, people around you who would take a very dim view of you getting together or getting back together with this person, or maybe they do on their part. Maybe they have controlling family members or, people manipulative around them. Because it feels like for some of you with this card, it may mean being together may mean walking away from something, walking away from a family, a culture, a country, a religion, and making some big changes to be together, because it does require change of both of you for this relationship to be successful. I'm just going to say that again. For this relationship to be successful, it will require change from both of you. And I've talked mostly about your person, the other person here, for the most of this reading, but there is change required from you as well. And I think you know that if you want to be together, you will have to make concessions as well. Okay. So I think this person may be taking some time out just to really consider their options right now, to work out how they're going to do this, to feel their way through it. They may be doing more healing work, more shadow work, working through their deep, difficult emotions, because they have a lot of emotion. Very beautiful, emotional person. Excuse me. Oh, I keep losing my voice. And I just saw 1:44:44 on the clock. So Brit's bringing that numerology as well. Very much in the here and now energy. So they would like to talk to you now. I would say they would like to talk to you now, this minute. If they text you literally a minute after this reading, please tell me, because I'd be fascinated to hear, because it feels like there is an urgency here that they want to communicate with you. But with my throat chakra trying to close over, basically me losing my voice, it feels like they are struggling with that. It feels like there is a blockage here, like they haven't been able to tell you everything they want to, or maybe you've got them blocked at the moment, so they can't communicate. There is a blocker to communication here. I'm talking much faster in this reading than I was for pile 1 and pile 2. So the energy is faster. The energy is more urgent here, I want to say, with your person. So there's almost this dichotomy of wanting to rush forward and also needing to take a rest. It's a very kind of contradictory energy, but I feel that's your person. They are a contradictory kind of person. Very contrary, energetically speaking. Okay. All right. Let's bring in some more cards. I have to shuffle these off camera because some of the pictures are not YouTube friendly. Balance. Yes. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Yes, this person challenges you. I think you challenge them as well. I think there is work required to meet in the middle. This may have been kind of like an opposites attract kind of situation, because you're so different. You are different, and you both bring different energies and different things to the relationship, and your person knows that. But like I said, it would require change and perhaps... I get the word contemplation, but the word I want to say is compromise from both of you for this to work. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads. So for you, it could be learning to be less black and white about things, perhaps less grounded, less in your head, more in your feelings, maybe for some people. Or it could be about being less... more kind of free and easy, I want to say. More kind of free and easy, maybe less uptight for some people. I don't mean that in a rude way. That's not quite the right word. That's come out a bit wrong, but less kind of rigid in your ways and thinking, I want to say. Yeah, that's more kind of rigid. All right. Okay. Let's get more about pile 3's person's thoughts and feelings. Let's bring in a couple of these. What would they say to you? How are they feeling? All right. I fall for you all over again every day. This person adores you. They really do. Thank you for everything that you do. Oh, that's beautiful. It could be that you've done a lot for this person and you continue to do things for them, even if you're not together or not together anymore. They're really grateful to have you in their life, and they really do adore you, even if they're not good at showing it right now. All right. Okay, what else have we got going on here? Ship. Cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression and arriving. So yes, I feel this cutting ties card has come on top of the all tied up card. So it feels like cutting ties with things that held them back in the past. That's the key here. Not enough. Yes, there's a lack of self-worth coming through here. Lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, frustrations. Date, getting back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date online. They may literally be wanting to ask you out on a date. So it feels like they're overcoming some issues from the past which stemmed from not feeling enough, not feeling good enough, perhaps their addictions, maybe it's thought patterns, like I was saying, maybe they needed to get on the right combination of medication so they could feel more balanced, whatever it was. Could be an ex they're letting go of, toxic family members, you know, frenemies, other situations that all stemmed from their lack of confidence, lack of self-worth. And it feels like they want to ask you out on a date, want to take you somewhere. Looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. They would like to make new memories. They'd like to move forwards with you. Old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Yes. So it does feel like their mind's kind of running away with them at the moment. Whenever they think at that, maybe they can only look at you on social media at the moment. Maybe you can't, they can't contact you. Or they're looking at pictures of you, imagining what it would be like, dreaming about going on a date with you, but at the same time thinking, oh no, this is never going to work. We'll end up in the same cycle, or something terrible will happen like it did before. And it's that outdated thinking that they need to get beyond, because you're their end goal. They would like something very serious with you, with the engagement ring here. They would like something serious with you. And on the bottom of the deck, I have abundance, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude, and blessings. It does feel like they're trying to sort themselves out financially. I really do think that. I really do feel like they're trying to sort themselves out financially, so that they can be a good partner, and they would like something committed. They'd like to do things properly. They'd like to do things old school, is what I'm hearing as well. They'd like to be a little bit more traditional, because this feels like quite a non-traditional person. Let's see now other messages your person has for you. What would they say to you if they could say anything? What's on their mind? Their hidden thoughts and feelings for my pile 3. Okay, what have we got here? We have, I like you as a friend. That's a good start. I want to get physical. I see. I want to be your man/woman. I need you. Yes, there is a need here. There is a very strong pull with this person. They do like you as a friend. You're not just a one-night stand. You're not just a pretty face to them. They see so much in you. They value you so much. They want to be with you in some more meaningful capacity. And of course, yes, there is a physical attraction there. I choose you. They want to choose you. Please love me back. Yes, that's where this lack of confidence comes in. They're not sure if you like them anymore, or if you ever liked them, or maybe if it's new, brand new, they don't know if you love them, or if you could love them, or if you like them enough. They don't know if they're enough for you. They would like to choose you, but they're very fearful, very frightened. And for some reason, I got hash browns then. I got just a taste of hash browns in my mouth, which is so weird. So that's a connection. There's a very specific message for someone. You broke me. Yes, if this is an ex, it could be that you taught them some very difficult lessons. I want to say that they needed to learn, but they've been through a lot of difficulty, or it could be a relationship from their past that they've really been through it. They've been through some very, very difficult lessons, very difficult emotional lessons. But yeah, and I think that's why they couldn't be the right person perhaps for you in the past. They had so much to heal from, so much work to do on themselves, which is quite sad. But I feel optimistic here that they're kind of getting their act together. They're getting ready to move on. They're getting ready potentially to be with you if you want that. So I shall clear these cards away. Then we're going to look at zodiac signs. We'll get out some lettered tiles and some charms. And as if by magic, my table is clear. Let's get our zodiac dice. So what signs are we dealing with here? This could be your big 3, their big 3. So sun sign, moon sign, or ascendant. Could be a sign that's important in your charts or in your synastry. We have Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, and Aquarius. Okay, let's get some letter tiles now, see what we've got. Now these could be initials, your initials, their initials, names could be spelled out, places, words that connect you and your connection. Let's see what we've got. I want to say Riley. There could be a connection to the film Alien or the Alien franchise. Okay, Rolie, CME, roly-poly. X. Maybe they work at CEX. I was there today. That's a shop here in the UK that sells secondhand games, DVDs, consoles, etc., electronics. J, T, L, N, Y, E. We have H and M here as well. I don't think I read those out loud, so for those of you listening. Yeti, maybe there's a connection to Yetis or cryptids for you. Maybe one of you's interested in cryptids. Sasquatch. IR and W. Maybe they yearn for you. I know that's not how that's spelt, but that's the word that comes through to me there. Okay, Roxy. Minnow. What? Maybe one of you likes fishing. Jet Li could be a connection. Maybe you like martial arts or Jet Li's films. Rolex. Somebody could have a Rolex. City. Maybe somebody could live in a city, big city. Jakarta comes through. Norway. Oh, I'm getting place names today. Okay. Retired. One of you could be retired, or both of you could be retired. You could both be men. There's a connection to the Second World War here as well. Maybe one of you is like a history buff, because I can see Hitler here for some reason. So I'm feeling like connection to history, Second World War. One of you could be German. This could literally be your ex with EX here. Yeah, lies could have been told. Lie is just jumping out here. Ronald. Connection to Ronald Reagan. That's very specific for somebody. Maybe not literal. Okay. CJ. Maybe one of you likes Grand Theft Auto. If you know, you know. Okay. Jocelyn. Okay, let's get some charms for my pile 3. What have we got here? We have Leo. There's a bit of confirmation on Leo there. We have a hand of Fatima, hand of Hamza. So there's some protection energy coming through here. We've also got the 6-pointed star, so that's interesting. All right. Could be connections to the Middle East there. Connections to Israel, connections to Arab countries. We have an aeroplane, so you might literally have to travel. Maybe you're from different countries or continents. Lovely little handbag here. We have a fairy sat on a star. We've got this little dog here as well. Now this always reminds me of the Radley dog, and we've got a handbag, so I'm going to confidently say that somebody likes Radley handbags here, and that somebody could be me. But I'm hoping it could be somebody else watching as well. Could be a connection. Or you might like little Scotty dogs or Westies. Okay. Or just handbags generally. I mean, handbags are great, right? We have a treble clef. Somebody could be a musician. We have a tree, connection to the forest and trees. We have the infinity symbol. So it does feel like this is a past life connection. This has been going on for a very long time. Or it might just be that you've known, it feels like you've known this person forever. And we have our lucky coin as well here. So financial prosperity is an abundance is indicated here as well, which is nice. Somebody could be literally Chinese. With the fairy sat on the star, I want to say there's a connection to ballet here. There's a connection to the performing arts. Maybe one of you is a theatre kid or was a theatre kid. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you, my pile 3s. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, because it really helps me if you subscribe to the channel. I will see you very soon. If you want to check out another pile or another reading, please do so. I'm going to keep uploading these. I love to read your comments, so please remember to comment. I will see you very soon, but until then, please take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.